Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. All right, hello again, everyone. I'm Martin Falls for HTV News. We have by phone today the Chief of Police of Houma, Chief Travis Terrio. And Chief, glad you could join us today. We appreciate it. How are you today?
Oh, great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, let's talk about a Sunday shooting at approximately 1:30 hours. Let's talk about that if you can, and give us an update on that.
Our units responded to a report of some gunshots on Barrow Street at Thirsty's Bar on a Saturday night, Sunday morning. When they got there, they located numerous shell casings. And while they were on scene, they received a report of a person that had been shot at the Marriott, which is, I guess a quarter of a mile or more from the actual scene. So when they looked into it a little further, they found out that the person that was shot at the Marriott was actually shot as a result of a round that traveled and hit an innocent bystander nearby. And then while they were on scene, another person actually called in who was at a local area hospital receiving treatment for a gunshot wound.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing for someone to be that far away, but it just goes to show you this is, and I'll let you continue with the story, but it's not unusual. Y'all dealt with bullets flying around before.
That's correct. And then yesterday, later in the day, we received a report from the hospital, a third victim, who was actually on scene at the time, was shot as well. And the investigation, what it revealed was that there was an altercation, a fight that took place within the bar, and it carried over from the bar into the parking lot where a group of individuals armed themselves with firearms and had a shootout in the parking lot with numerous subjects being involved.
Wow, that's incredible. Me and you have talked about this so many times about just the way things sort of play out nowadays, although we've had these in the past, not as many as we report on today. And it looks like, do we know how many? Was there one that died?
Nobody died as a result. All of the injuries are not life-threatening. They're all have been released from the hospital and are expected to fully recover. At least one of the suspects has been identified as Dontrell Allen, 27 years old, and has been arrested for 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder and 1 count of illegal discharge of a firearm. There are other subjects involved. We're still in the process of identifying all of the persons that were firing weapons, and everybody that was out there shooting, we will identify them and we will hold them accountable.
And I'm glad I asked you that question because we had reports that someone had died, but you're the police chief, So anyway, what is the condition of, do we know the condition of the victims at this point?
They're all recovering from their injuries. They, like I said, none of them are life-threatening injuries, and they should all have a full recovery.
Okay.
Luckily.
And once again, I've asked you this question before, but just to reemphasize this to the public at hand, y'all deal with a lot of this. I remember when we used to ride on the beat with you all, I mean, every couple of full moons we'd get something like this, but God, it seems like I talk to you so much about these type of situations. So, we once again have to thank police forces because y'all put yourself in harm's way quite a bit, don't you?
Right. Yeah, we do. And the guys are doing a really, really good job of responding and trying to bring closure to all these investigations. I can't say enough about the men and women in the police department. They do a great job day in and day out, and they're going to bring some closure to this one as well.
Yeah, let me ask you, because we always reiterate it, but I don't know if the message is getting across, because things control this age group a lot differently than when we were growing up. But they react pretty quickly to situations, and instead of taking that deep breath or just going out in the park and getting in an old-fashioned fist fight, they really go to their guns quite often and quite fast. Does this concern you?
It's very concerning. They have no regard for life. They have no regard for public safety. There's no more. It's very seldom that you see a fistic encounter without a gun coming out in some way, some shape, some form. Whether it's just the gunshots being fired in the air, or they actually start shooting at someone.
And you mentioned that at the local Marriott, which is an innocent bystander, going about their normal good business, somebody gets hit, and it just goes to show you, I don't know if you're safe when gunshots are being fired. You know, I guess if you hear the first gunshot, the best thing to do is walk inside, because you don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah. And look, I'm not exactly sure where that victim was from, but you have someone that's visiting our town, staying at a local hotel, and our citizens from the area, do something like this, and it kind of puts a black eye on our community.
Yeah, you make a good point. Well, look, I know you are taking care of business this week. You weren't available to come in the desk, but we do appreciate you joining us by phone. Thank you so much, Chief, and look forward to talking with you again on the desk soon.
All right, sir. Thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you. Once again, the police chief of Houma, Travis Terrio, and we appreciate him joining us. We'll keep you posted on this story and more right here on Bayou Time. Thank you.
Since 1954, Terrebonne General has been a beacon of health and hope in our community. As we mark 7 decades of dedication to your well-being, Terrebonne General Health System remains committed to advancing healthcare, improving lives, and expanding our services to meet your evolving needs. In celebrating our past, we look forward to a future filled with promise and progress. Your health is our legacy. To discover more, visit tghealthsystem.com.